He stood at the gate with a kitchen knife saying he's going to stab police.
Crime is on the rise.
Armed with an axe and a machete.
Trying to break into 2 separate houses.
But cometh the hour.
More units, more units.
Cometh the Interceptors.
Get on the floor! Out and running.
We're riding with West Yorkshire's elite. Alongside their pursuit drivers.
Contact, stand by.
On target with their firearms unit. In the air with their eye in the sky.
Off and running.
This is the front line in the fight against crime.
Get on the ground!
This is Police Interceptors.
I cannot believe we get paid to do this.
Yeah.
Coming up,
This is going to go.
a pursuit on a road to nowhere.
It's going to go down towards the dead end. It's going to be a D camp.
It's the end of the line for a stolen motor.
Turn it off! Out the car. I'll break on now!
Get out.
And
Don't walk off, fella.
an early morning runner gets nicked.
Give your keys, sorry, boss. Get your hands behind your back. Oh, sorry.
Saturday night has just turned into Sunday morning.
I was just confirm it's Toyota Starlet and give us the reg again.
Interceptors Ben Pearson and Matt Ransom are out looking for a car which has been linked to a couple of thefts earlier in the evening.
There's a Toyota Starlet which has hit cameras in local area, so hopefully we can drop on it, get them locked up.
17-year veteran Ben is a big fan of all 80s music. And he knows that getting hold of villains is often like Kylie's hit song, a case of I should be so lucky.
Take your gamble, you buy a lottery ticket, you take your chance. So I do think you make your own luck in a way, but I also think if you're out there trying, it'll look favourably upon you.
And Lady Luck does indeed seem to be smiling on our dynamic duo as they spot the starlet in a petrol station.
Is that a Toyota Starlet there? Is that Papa? Oh,
But just as they pull in behind it,
this is going to go.
the driver spots them and speeds off from the petrol station.
X Romeo 32. We've got a failed stop in Keighley on Hardings Road.
The 1-litre Toyota is no match for Ben's 3 Series Beamer in terms of grunt, so the driver decides to use its size, squeezing in and out of traffic and then taking to the opposite lane.
Yeah, speed is 50 miles an hour. It's a red Toyota Starlet.
It's the weekend and the roads are busy, but that doesn't stop the driver taking the wrong side of the road once again before running a red light. Then he drives the wrong way up a one-way street.
It's turned left onto the high street.
But Ben knows exactly where he's going and heads him off. The Toyota's not getting away that easily.
Yes, trained and authorised and suitable vehicle. Units top of Thornton. We're currently at South Street.
Left in towards Woodhouse.
Left.
In towards Woodhouse
Going
Estate.
to Woodhouse Estate.
The car's heading towards a local estate. The driver could be looking to lose Ben in the maze of streets before bailing out.
Current speed 30 on Woodhouse Road.
It's going to go towards Halifax Road.
Right.
But instead of driving into the estate, the Toyota takes off in the opposite direction and heads out of town.
It's going to come out at Halifax Road, possibly. 50 miles an hour.
The driver then takes to a cobbled country lane.
Yes. Just turn left onto Hainsworth Lane.
Goes over the top towards Cullingworth.
Current speed is 30 miles an hour, 30.
The car then dives down a dirt track.
It's going to go down towards the dead end, and it's going to be a decamp. Back towards Woodhouse, please.
Left, down towards Woodhouse. Possible decamp.
The clouds of dust mean Ben can hardly see, and the bumpy track is giving his car a proper battering. This pursuit is getting out of control. Interceptors Ben Pearson and Matt Ransom have been involved in a pursuit with a car linked to a couple of thefts earlier in the evening.
Failed to stop in Keighley on Hardings Road.
The driver made a number of dangerous manoeuvres in the town centre.
It's turned left onto the High Street.
But before heading out into the countryside...
Yes. Just turn left onto Hainsworth Lane.
And driving down a dirt track...
It's going to go down towards the dead end, and it's going to be a decamp.
Ramping up the risk level to the max.
They're going to get out and go down towards Woodhouse Estate. Yeah, I can't
Give me a
follow.
decamp. It's going to go down to Woodhouse Estate. It's going down the Old Name Road.
We're unable to follow down there, mate. It's just the car will grind out just there.
Yeah, we can't follow, unfortunately. It's gone down the dirt track.
The pursuit's over. The rough terrain would wreck the police car, and it'll be difficult to catch the runners in the dark. Ben knows the area well and suspects they'll have ditched it up ahead.
Right, mate, do you want to get out with a torch? Basically, that goes on for about 500 metres.
Right.
But I can't get the car down.
Yeah, fine.
Right, I'll go around the other way.
All right.
Matt disappears into the darkness while Ben uses his local knowledge and heads round to see if he can spot the runners.
Where we've just pursued them, you won't know that exists unless you live in this local area. So that vehicle's probably either going to be abandoned or, well, to be honest, it will be abandoned because I don't think you can get a car down there now. It's that bad. This is where it comes out here.
Matt's with the motor. It has been ditched, and whoever was in it is long gone, along with the keys. Ben parks up and makes his way up the track.
Can it be driven out, or what's your thoughts?
Yeah, there's no keys with it. It can't be driven out.
You're right.
Ben's been joined by local officer Sam.
They're a quick little car.
Yeah, well, they are. Old style, it's brilliant.
So you don't realise how bad this is until you're trying to drive down it.
Now they need to get the Toyota moved, and with no keys, it's not going to be easy.
See, the thing is, you're not going to get recovery down here, so we've got two options. We have to put the steering lock and brake it in and roll it down. The recovery will have to come in the morning. Where we are now, there's known criminals that live down the road in the bottom part of the area down there. If we leave the vehicle sat where it is, they're going to come back for it. And obviously it's going to be used in crime again. We have got it back, which is a good job all in all, but hopefully forensics might get something on the car and we'll go from there and try and apprehend an offender.
Matt flexes his biceps and tries to break the steering lock, but notices a phone ringing in the footwell, probably left by one of the runners.
Someone's phone's ringing. Hello. How are we doing? Aaron's phone? Aaron what? Aaron who? Your nephew? What's his last name? Aaron's? Just by Woodhouse Road. Come and get friends to meet us and I'll give it you back.
The caller isn't keen to retrieve the phone, but he has given him some important intel.
Just had a nice phone call to tell us that the phone in the car is Aaron. So we'll do some inquiries on that name and we'll try and identify who he is, where he is, and also his friends who are in the car as well.
But the first priority is to get the car shifted. And they'll need to break the steering lock, which is designed not to be easily budged. Squash player Matt is close to celebrating a decade on the force. Before that, he was a personal trainer. And the steering lock's giving him a good workout.
Come on.
Yourself.
It's only about an inch thick. You'll do it. Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
But Ben has a solution.
It's not going off, is it? It ain't going off, is it, that?
What I'll do is I'll see if I can get Steve here with X5. He can pull it out.
As manpower can't shift the steering wheel, he's hoping the horsepower of the police 4x4 will do the job. But first, they try a more basic tool.
We need some sort of... Well, yeah.
How many traffic cops does it take to get a Toyota stall out of woods?
Joking aside, they can't leave the car here in case the runners come back for it.
I was thinking if we tie it around this side, so it's forcing it around.
It's time for the X5.
Let's see what happens.
I know what's likely to happen. It ain't going to be pretty, I would suggest.
Go on, go on. There you go, stop. There you go, done.
Ben's brainwave has done the job. The hard-to-shift motor is finally moving.
Right, go on, get going. See, all they needed were a bit of thought. They've got all that muscle, but they don't have hope there, do they?
The Toyota's finally out of the woods and onto the back of a recovery truck.
Steering's quite heavy.
They may not have caught the people in it, but getting this old banger out of circulation is a good result for the team.
If we didn't get that vehicle recovered tonight, it'll just be used in crime again. If they can't get it out from where it was up there, they just set it on fire. It become a danger to members of the public, so the best thing we've done is get it recovered, and we'll do some investigation and try and trace the driver.
Despite examining the car and the phone in the footwell, they were unable to discover who was driving. No one was arrested in relation to the driving and theft offences. The car was later destroyed. The days of nicking a car by breaking into it and hot-wiring it are long gone. The most common way vehicles are stolen now is via Hanoi burglaries, named after the first operation set up to target these burglars more than 15 years ago.
Hanoi burglaries, where people break into houses specifically to take the keys and take cars off driveways. It's big business at the moment. If they like them and they're fast cars and they think they might give us a run for our money in our cars, they'll keep them, put them on false plates and use them to commit further burglaries, so they can try and use them as essentially getaway cars. They will sell them as they come, or they will, again, sell them on, but for parts.
Clear left.
Cheers. What car is it?
Ford Fiesta.
What colour is it?
Silver, I think.
Just a kiss.
It's pub kicking out time, and Interceptors Chris Spencer and Kev Shaw are on the hunt for a car stolen in a Hanoi burglary, which has hit several number plate recognition cameras.
It's been seen like the other side of Bradford, and I thought it's going away from us, but it seems it's turned around, it's going back towards us now. So we're going to try head it off at the pass down here. It's not too far away, really.
The police pair, Kev and Spencer, joined the force on the same day almost 16 years ago. Before then, motorbike and Rochdale FC loving Kev worked as the manager of a well-known supermarket. Whereas his partner, Chris, aka Spencer, who's a big fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Sienna Miller, worked in road construction. And it's the road the stolen Fiesta might be on that's frustrating them tonight.
Not that way.
No Fiesta up there. Should we see if it's gone at 65? It's going to go back to Bradford.
Insurance to the same.
They know where and when the stolen car's been seen, but despite that, the radio's gone quiet and the Fiesta seems to have vanished.
There's only so much racing around you can do. We can drive really fast everywhere, but you're always playing catch up. And when you drive past 2 or 3 junctions, it's exponential the amount of ways it could be gone.
But then the stolen car pings another camera, a fair few miles away and just outside West Yorkshire.
Just take North Yorkshire cameras.
I have to be into winning, don't we? It's a long way though. We're playing catch up again now. We're going to go visit North Yorkshire. See how those guys are doing.
West Yorkshire shares a border with 5 different police forces. It's common practice to work together to nick villains. As Spencer and Kev approach the border, A North Yorkshire car has caught up with the elusive Fiesta.
Yeah, we're behind this just 12 target. It's not aware of our presence.
How far past Hubie are you?
Half a mile.
Yep, we're coming up behind now. Oh, we're into Hubie now.
Spenner and Kev are close to their colleague and soon join him behind the stolen Fiesta.
There.
5-0 to car 2.
Yeah, are you in any position to attempt to stop it?
It's 2-1. How many units are there behind us?
5-0, we're behind you.
Have we got a third vehicle close by? My intention is, once we've got 3 vehicles together, I've got a 3-car box on this vehicle when the opportunity arises. Just approaching the roundabout, the A61, stand by.
They plan to stop the stolen car with a tactical pursuit and containment, or TPAC, where 3 police vehicles box in a car. So they'll have to wait for a third unit to catch up.
This is where we kind of got to use some of the tactics that we get taught, just to minimise risk. I kind of want to just pull out and take his nose off, but I think I'll be told off for doing that.
Thankfully, Spenner doesn't have to take any drastic action.
Yeah, you're cleared to come and overtake now and join the second vehicle.
The third car soon catches up.
2-1 North Yorkshire after first continue. They have authorised preemptive stop.
Okay, thank you. We're going to do 2-1 then. Have we got all 3 vehicles together?
Yeah, preemptive box, you go first, Steph. I'll go on to offside rear car at back.
It's time to TPAC.
Looking clear now. Now, let's go, go, go.
We'll get in front of me then.
Turn your engine off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off! Out the car. I'll brake on now! Get out. Ain't got anything on you shouldn't have? No. Whose car is it? Easy question, whose car is it?
Stop, stop. There's no injuries, no damage.
It's been a textbook TPAC.
Yeah.
The stolen motor's been stopped, and they have the driver.
Jump in.
And the passenger.
Whose car is it?
Put your window up.
Whose car is it?
What's your name?
Whose car is it?
I've just been given £100 to drive an old Target.
You've just been what?
£100 to drive a Target.
All right. And you're banned as well?
Yeah, it's shown as an outstanding stolen.
Right. You're under arrest. Sir.
Well, I'm getting done for stealing.
You've been arrested. You've been arrested for stealing it, yeah? That sounds like someone who's stolen it, sir.
West and North Yorkshire have combined forces and got the job done.
So stolen car and false plates, that's a great result. It's been stolen for a couple of months. Milado's pleading ignorance, but it's not the first time I've heard that. Taking him out to the police station now, and we'll see what he's got to say. He ain't the brains of Britain, the lad. But when he says, "Oh, I ain't stolen it, mate," that's what a car thief would probably say. It's a car thief's prerogative to lie. So we'll see. The truth will come out.
The car's believed to have been stolen via a Hanoi burglary. Kev checks the details.
Yeah, can you just confirm, is it theft of motor vehicle, is it burglary?
No, it's shown as a burglary residential, so Hanoi.
Right, you're under arrest on suspicion of burglary as well.
And the contents of the car won't help his defence.
Bear in mind, these lads are innocent. It's just what they say he's done, paid £100 to take it somewhere, obviously. I know whenever I go out in a stolen car, you always make sure you take your burgling stuff with you. Everyone needs like your burgling hat with its goggles on, it's all on there with gloves. So these guys are up to no good. It's a bit chilly time, but it ain't balaclava and gloves weather, is it?
Back at the Nick, Kev books in the driver. It's been a satisfying evening's work.
The gentleman we've had, he's been arrested for burglary. This vehicle's been taken from a burglary where people break into your house, nick your keys, and then make off with your car. So the car were on false plates trying to avoid detection, and we've found it and stopped it and got him. He's also shown as a disqualified driver until he's passed his driving test. He's never bothered taking a driving test, so he's been further arrested for disqualified driving. We joined this job to basically get stolen cars back, and tonight we've done it. Another childhood dream ticked off the list.
The driver couldn't be connected to the burglary, so the charges were dropped. However, he was charged with theft of a motor vehicle, disqualified driving and no insurance. he awaits his day in court. No further action was taken against the passenger, and Kev's delighted to get them off the road. Still to come.
Hello.
Hello. It's no good swapping seats.
Some front seat trading places.
I'm driving.
No, you won't.
I will.
No, you won't. Not unless you've grown a beard.
A dodgy driver tells some porkies.
Where's the keys?
The key?
Yeah, no key. Don't walk off, fella.
And white van man nearly takes out the Interceptors.
You've come and drifted straight onto my carriageway. You've actually nearly put me into concrete barrier.
The number of uninsured vehicles seized by the cops is on the rise. Last year, over 140,000 of them were taken off the roads. The Interceptors have a theory why people drive uninsured.
Not insurance is a big thing, definitely, but it's a bit of a kind of catch-22 in it. A lot of people can't afford the insurance, so they take the risk. If they get caught, the car gets taken off them and they'll risk a fine or a points, but that puts the premiums up in certain areas, which then puts it out of reach for even your average person. Might be twice as much the car's even worth, and people just can't afford that, so they just take the risk more and more.
A new day is dawning, and as the early birds start to go about their business, Interceptor Dan Robson and rookie Emily Walker are coming to the end of their night shift and are taking a trip round Emily's home turf.
East Leeds, never sleeps.
Not so bad.
Dan may not be an expert on East Leeds, but in his more than 15 years on the job, he's developed an eagle eye for dodgy drivers. And as they cruise through the residential streets of Hare Hills, he clocks a car making a swift right turn.
Oh, no.
That gets his wrong and radar twitching. And in the less than 15 seconds he takes to catch up, the driver's already out of the car.
Hey, fella. Is it your car?
This one?
Yeah, this one.
No, my car.
Right. Where's the keys?
The key?
Yeah.
No key.
I just watched you get out of the driver's seat. Don't walk off, fella.
Sorry. No. I give you key. Sorry, boss. Sorry.
Get your hands behind your back.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing?
Right. Oh, get in the car. Get in the car.
I give you key.
Give me the key now.
Yes, the key.
Where's the key?
He dropped it on the floor.
The driver's trying to hide something. Dan's got a hunch what it might be.
Have you got your licence with you?
No.
You've got no licence, right. Why try and run? Why run?
I don't understand.
Emily's also had a run of the car and driver's details through the police national computer.
There's no insurance. Right, there's no trace of him on any system. Have you got any ID at all?
Yes, I have the phone.
Anything in the car?
No. Sorry, darling.
I'm not your darling. Right, so he hasn't got any ID. So I'm just going to drive the car and follow Dan round to his home address to get his ID.
The man lives just a few streets away. And once he's cuffed...
Nothing problem, believe me.
Well, you've tried to run away. You've tried to run away already, so...
He goes in and gets his passport.
2 minutes.
Yeah, but you have to take this one out, please.
Right, hang on.
Just wait here, she'll get it.
Yeah, I'm waiting here, yeah?
The Dawn driver's recently arrived in the UK from Romania, and his reticence in getting a driving licence has caused him big problems.
Yeah, strange one really. We're just knocking about around the Hare Hills area of Leeds and we see this car and looks like it's done a bit of a lucky left type manoeuvre. Doesn't want to speak to us, and as we've come round the corner, he's just getting out of the car and walking away from it. He obviously didn't want to speak to us, and then he started to try and run. I don't like people that try and make me run. And the reason being, it turns out he's got no licence for insurance, so I'm just going to do the paperwork now to report him and take the car off him. So it'll take about 5 or 10 minutes, but he'll have to walk to work, I'm afraid. You're going to be reported for driving without a licence or insurance. Okay? We're taking the car.
You're taking the car?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. You can get the car back, but we're taking it now because you can't drive without a licence or insurance.
This is a big problem.
It is a big problem.
Yeah.
But it'd be an even bigger problem if you had a crash without a licence or insurance. Or, worse than that, if you had a crash and someone died, you'd be going to prison. And then it'd be a big problem, wouldn't it? Is that your wife in there or girlfriend?
Yes.
Who's going to put food on the table? It's serious.
Okay. Only one time.
It only takes one time though, doesn't it? You could drive to the end of the street and someone that's had too much to drink, someone drunk could walk out in front of you.
You need to have a licence and you need to have insurance by law, and you haven't got either. So that's why you sat here now. All right.
Once he's got his things out of the car,
Happy you've got everything? Yeah.
the not-so-happy ex-driver walks to work.
Poor lad. He's come here for a better life, provide for his family.
Yeah, fair play,
Took away his car.
do it legally.
The man was later charged with driving with no licence or insurance and fined £1,053 and given 8 points to be put on his licence once he gets one. His car wasn't recovered from the pound, so was destroyed. Dan's still not happy about his early morning exercise.
Trying to run for something as simple as no docs. Why bother? You know, you're not going to get locked up for it, so a lot of people just hold their hands up and take it on the chin, but he didn't want to, did he?
But Emily's got a far more serious problem.
And I broke a nail.
Broke a nail? Damn.
Yeah, it happens quite regular, to be honest. You can't have nice nails in this job.
No, yeah.
Yours all right?
Just about.
It's Saturday night, and Interceptors Wayne Hutchison and Carl Charlie Farley are on the lookout for a car allegedly involved in a hit and run.
Someone's just shouted up that there's been a couple of mopeds and a Corsa. Corsa's deliberately smashed into her and then made off.
They've got an idea where the car's heading, but the roads are empty.
This Corsa could be anywhere, couldn't it, up here?
Then they get an update.
Yeah, that motorbike's just gone past me, Middleton, Ring Road.
God, it's miles away. It's right down there, isn't it?
The car's been spotted by a colleague halfway across the county. Huddersfield Town and Peter Kay fan Wayne worked in banking before he became a cop 19 years ago. His partner Carl is also a big fan of the Lancastrian comic and was an electrician before joining the force. But they both know the roads like the backs of their hands. So they hit the motorway as it's the quickest route to the Corsa. Advanced driver Wayne's hitting almost 100 in the outside lane, but then a van in the middle lane starts drifting into his path, nearly forcing him into the central reservation. Without Wayne's swift reactions and driving skills, this could have been a fatal collision.
He's texting.
Even though they're on their way to another job, they can't ignore the driver's actions and suspect he may have been distracted.
We've just passed a van and it started to come onto our lane. So Wayne's had to swerve to avoid a collision. And as we've passed him, I've looked and he's texting on his phone, messing about with his phone.
You see me coming down here?
Yeah. That's it, innit?
Wayne bangs on the sirens, and this time the van driver does notice the police car and pulls over. Having narrowly avoided a serious smash, Carl's not in the best of moods. This fella's going to get a right earful.
Come this side! Come this side! Sorry, mate. It's not a good place to be. Just come and take a seat with us 2 minutes.
And he seems unfazed by the situation.
Just jump in, just need a quick word with you.
Good luck. Thank you.
You want a ticket, mate?
I'm sorry, it's just the. I was trying to get used to the bloody control. This is an iPad, I've only had it.
Right.
It won't work out the controls.
Right. So what? Messing about with your phone or something?
No, I wasn't messing about with my phone.
You had it held up in front of you as we passed you.
Not my phone, I didn't.
Wayne's heard enough.
Right, whether I prosecute you for your mobile phone or due care, because I'll tell you what, listen to what I'm saying to you. I will do the talking, you will do the listening now.
Yeah.
I'm responding to an incident. I'm in lane 3 of the motorway and I'm overtaking you. You've come and drifted straight onto my carriageway. You've actually nearly put me into a concrete barrier.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We've nearly had. Just bear with me.
For 31 years, I'm not some shithead or anything.
I'm not saying that you are, but what I'm saying is you've nearly put me into the barrier.
It was a genuine mistake.
The driver's straight up denying he was on his phone, but Carl's not convinced.
Where is your mobile phone?
My mobile phone's in the car.
In the van? Whereabouts in the van?
It's on the seat on the car.
Carl finds a phone on the front seat. Things aren't looking good for the driver.
On seat next to.
It's what?
It was on the seat. It wasn't on charge. It was just on seat.
Yeah, but it is on charge.
It wasn't. It wasn't plugged in. No, I've not just unplugged that.
Even though the phone was on the seat next to him, the man's insistent he wasn't using it.
Well, I wasn't on the phone when you...
You had something in your hand.
Hopefully you've got it recorded.
Got it recorded where you nearly put us into central reservation. Stick a due care ticket on.
I've gone for the light.
Carl has a scan of the phone, but can't find any proof that the man was using it. So they're going to give him a ticket for driving without due care and attention.
Be mindful if we're using the controls of the vehicle or whatever we're using while we're driving, we need to be concentrating on what we're doing, yeah?
I've apologised, it was a momentary thing.
But that momentary lapse of concentration could have killed me, could have killed you, my colleague or somebody else that's travelling behind us, okay?
We've been messing with Summer. He's adamant it wasn't his phone. But he had something in his hand, he was messing with Summer.
And were it not for Wayne's skillful driving, the outcome could have been far worse.
Wayne's had to swerve towards the concrete central reservation to avoid a collision with this. And it is a prime example. You need to be concentrating 110% on your driving when you're on motorway. That could have been nasty, that could have been naughty. If he'd have hit us, if he'd have come over any more and hit us, Wayne wouldn't have had anywhere to go, would have been in that barrier, and who knows.
The van driver accepted to take a driver retraining course instead of going to court for driving without due care and attention.
When I got him out, he was all smiles and I'm thinking, what are you smiling at? He just nearly wiped us out. But yeah, it just shows the dangers, just that little lapse, that second lapse of concentration ends up like that.
Have a moving one, please, at Bradford Road at Brighouse, please.
It's just before sunrise, and Interceptor Tony Rouse is behind a suspicious motor with 4 people on board.
Registered to. She is the only permitted driver.
The car's registered to a woman, who's the only person insured to drive it. And that's where the problem is.
I've got a funny feeling that it was a bloke driving it, wasn't it? We'll just pull it over and I will light it up and see if it pulls over.
This driver is clearly paying attention and pulls over. But as the car comes to a stop, 2 people in the front appear to be changing places. The passenger's moving over to the driver's seat.
Hello.
Hello. It's no good swapping seats.
Sorry.
You low bore area?
No, because you were driving, not her.
Put on your radio.
I'll be driving.
No, you won't.
I will.
No, you won't. Not unless you've grown a beard.
The front seat twosome are sticking to their story that she was driving.
Can we get out? Just stay there a minute.
Tony needs to ask some more questions, but with 4 people to deal with, he calls back up.
Drivers have swapped seats. Comes back to a female and male were driving. Just go in a bit of a lift. There's only me here, this foreign car.
And reinforcements soon arrive in the form of Nick Priestley and Claire Gray.
Hey up. It's insured to female. There's only female on it. I don't know who she is yet, I haven't got that far. But like I say, he were driving.
Alex, come and take a seat with us.
Nick takes the man off for a chat. He's still saying that he wasn't driving. Meanwhile, Claire's having a talk with the woman, who tells her a different tale.
She says she were giving you a lesson. That's why you were driving?
Yes, might as well, thank you.
5:20 is a strange time to be giving a driving lesson, and there aren't any L plates on the Golf. But whatever was happening, the car's not going to be driven any further.
I'll tell you what we'll do, then we'll seize it.
Right.
We'll seize it. She knows it ain't got insurance.
Right. Yeah. Well, I've got keys at the minute, so.
Right.
Yeah. Coolio.
So the car's going to the pound, and the 4 people in it will have to find another way of getting home. Nick's got the fun job of delivering the news.
Unfortunately, my love, your car's getting seized this evening. All right, I'll tell you why. I'll explain to you why. All right, the guy that's driving doesn't have any licence or insurance. You've allowed him to drive. Okay. So, well, there's no issue. We can get it back. All right, but tonight it's getting seized. All right, because he don't have any insurance and he's been driving it. These guys it back. I've only got 100 yards to walk. There's a nice warm taxi rank over there. You can join them if you want. Right, so if you want to step out and then we'll give you some paperwork and you can get on your way.
Despite Nick's suggestion, the backseat passengers seem keen on hanging around.
I thought you were going to the taxi rank. He's probably recording you because you're acting like bloody idiots.
Yep.
Go that way, taxi rank.
What's happening
That
with
way.
our friend then?
What friend?
That friend.
In the car? You're going soon.
I have to go home.
Yeah, that's all right, he's going soon. Come on, come and talk to my mate over here and he'll explain everything.
I'm not going to the cellar.
No, jump in here.
Tony's word is good enough for me, so if he says they were driving, it. Car's getting seized. He's been reported, and everyone's happy apart from these two here.
It's been an eventful end to Tony's night shift.
See you later.
Take care, let's
Take care. Well, we've seen this car drive past, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning. There's 4 people in it, which straight away sort of arouses your suspicion. The female, although she was had a backside in the driver's seat, I think the legs and everything else were still in the passenger seat, so they were in the process of swapping seats basically. So it was quite obvious to me. I've seen him driving. I'm quite happy that he was driving, and that she's come up with some story because he's not insured and doesn't have a driving licence.
The man was later reported for driving with no insurance. No action was taken against the woman in the car or the 2 backseat passengers. Coming up, a smashed up van.
He has actually hit this.
And a runaway driver.
I believe you've been involved in an accident with your van. Is that right?
Who reeks of booze.
How much have you had to drink tonight, sir?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, okay.
Turn your engine off.
Over 70,000 people are caught drink driving each year. And as the officers that have to deal with the aftermath, most interceptors have zero tolerance of the offenders.
Drink drivers really have absolutely no respect for the law. They drive on the road and put everybody else at danger. And it is a complete disregard for the law and disregard for anybody else's safety as well as their own. And there's absolutely no excuse for it in my eyes. They are incredibly selfish and they will just do that without thought of anybody else.
Receive. Vehicle still there, ticket. Receive.
It's Monday night and Interceptor Bob Hoyle and rookie Danny Mickey are on their way to a crash, allegedly involving a drunk driver.
Just going to report of a van that's crashing into some bollards in Elland. Driver's potentially been drinking.
Veteran Interceptor Bob's not far off celebrating a quarter century on the job. When he's not out on patrol, he likes nothing better than heading down to Valley Parade to watch the mighty Bradford City.
We're on it now. Bollards here. Oh, there, look. Just disconnect that.
He and Danny arrived to find some busted bollards and a smashed up van, but no driver. Thankfully, there are some witnesses.
Up that way. Walking. Yeah, he's got red t-shirt, grey beard, and a black turban.
Raggy beard, he's fairly elvish chap, he's staggering everywhere, he can hardly stand up.
How long ago going up that way? About 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes, he's got a yellow lantern in his hand and a red t-shirt.
Right, okay. Let's see how that.
So the driver's done a runner, or according to the witness, a stagger. 10 minutes ago. Danny and Bob need to track him down.
10 minutes.
Especially drunk.
Drunk, be 2 steps forward, 5 back.
Yeah.
And a couple of minutes later,
Oh, sir.
they catch up with the man fitting the description.
Just want to make sure you're okay. Because I believe you've been involved in an accident with your van. Is that right?
I'm not quite.
You're not quite sure? What have you got in your hands here? Can I just check? Is that the van key there?
Yeah.
We'll just take all. What's this? Like a lot. Right. Are you okay? Are you injured yourself?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you want to come and have a seat 2 minutes round here for me? Just come round here. Have you had something to drink tonight, alcohol-wise? Just round this side. Just come round here. How much have you had to drink, sir? Just you have a little seat in there, my friend.
Thank you.
The man's fairly incoherent and reeks of booze.
How much have you had to drink tonight, sir?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, okay. Do you want to tell me what's happened or where you're going now?
I'm going home.
You're going home? Is it your van?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, I can smell some alcohol in your breath, okay? So I'm going to request a breath test from you. A roadside breath test. Have you given one of these before?
I am.
Okay.
But he won't be doing one here.
This were working earlier on, wasn't it? Right.
The breath test kit's on the blink. Given the man's behaviour and odour, Bob's got enough grounds to nick him on suspicion of drink driving.
I can obviously smell the alcohol. It's quite strong, and you look a little bit unfit the way you were kind of walking, and from the witnesses you seem to be staggering. We ain't got a breath kit, which is working. So at this moment in time, I'm going to tell you that you're under arrest for being unfit to drive whilst under the influence of drink. Okay. Okay, so we've found the gentleman as described by people back down there, but as you can see, it's clearly in drink. His breath kit wasn't working, so he's been arrested on suspicion of being unfit through drink. We'll take him to the police station where he can blow the machine and we'll find out how much alcohol's in his body.
Returning to the scene of the crash, it's clear that the driver was lucky not to have added to the more than 9,000 people killed or injured on the UK's roads each year due to drink driving.
He has actually hit this. Oh, he's still sturdy enough, but he's right. But that's what stopped him. Or else he'd have probably carried on going over the bollards, wouldn't he? They're only here to highlight the fact. It's a bit of a chicane to slow vehicles down, I think. Drink driving is, you know, a bit of a bugbear of mine, and this gentleman, he's really drunk, isn't he? You know, staggering about, and like you say, I don't know where he's going, where he's been, but he's from Huddersfield, which is a good, 9-10 mile away. You know, he's lucky he has it, this, come to a stop, and not, like you say, hit somebody else or, you know, kill somebody.
Back at the nick, the man gets on the intoxilizer.
Blow, 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 blow. Bit more, bit more, bit more. That's it. Well done. Stop.
And gives the result Bob expected.
Okay, so you've blown 81. Well, it's over twice the limit, isn't it? Okay.
The man was later convicted of drink driving. He was banned for 18 months and fined £525, including costs. Bob's nicked hundreds of drink drivers over the years and still can't understand why people do it.
These people take the risks of drinking and driving, and, well, it beggars belief, but, yeah, they get involved in these collisions, don't they? And, well, I've not to say for that, really. I just don't know. They're, yeah, mad.
You can hide, but not for long, as the law catches up with criminals on the run in new Manhunt Catch Me If You Can, Thursday at 8. Tony Robinson's a wanted man next as hungry alligators eye him up for lunch in the final leg of Around the World by Train, new after the break.